The food responsible for the hospitalization of over 100 pupils from Tamau Primary School in Katlehong has been sent for testing. That's according to the Gauteng Education Department. Pupils were treated at various clinics and hospitals for suspected food poisoning. The Gauteng Education Department has confirmed that all affected children have now been discharged from medical care.
There was a suspicion that they might have consumed our nutrition yesterday. We took that for necessary testing. We are awaiting for the results. But we also need to indicate that when we interact with some of the parents, because we are here, they are saying some of the children might have, bought some snacks from the vendors, because there are vendors that are selling around the school, some through the fence, some, because the gates will normally be locked. So children will go out, and when they go out, they will buy. So for now, we are not sure. Hence, we will await for the results. But safe to say that all children that were at hospital, all of them, they are now discharged. Remember, we said over just about 98 were discharged yesterday. This morning, we can confirm that the 12, they've already been discharged as well.
Food industry experts have put together a list of foods they strongly advise avoiding. There is more happening with some of your favourite foods than you might realise. That crispy chicken nugget or juicy hot dog you enjoy isn't as harmless as it seems. Once you find out how these popular foods are actually made, you may not be as eager to eat them again. From unexpected ingredients to unusual processing techniques, some of these facts might make you think twice about your next meal. So what kinds of foods fall into this category? In this video, we will uncover 20 foods you may never want to eat again after learning what goes into them. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to win.
And when margarine comes into the body says, I do not recognise you. And so what it does, it quickly has to either store it. We're talking about lipomas before, those fatty lumps that people are getting in their body. It's basically, well, there are a few theories, but one theory is that the body can't get rid of the poisons quickly enough, so it just binds it up in a little fatty lump. Skin cancer rates have risen since people have been eating margarine. It is a proven fact that macular degeneration is caused by margarine. You see, the fine mechanisms in the eyes, in the ears, in the brain, they love this omega-3, but if you're not giving it the omega-3, it's just got to use whatever's available. There is only one margarine that is not made by the hydrogenation of oil, and that is Earth Balance. And Earth Balance is made by combining together a liquid oil and a saturated fat. That's basically how they do it. The problem is it contains canola oil. Now, canola oil has traditionally been high in a fatty acid called uracic acid. Uracic acid is toxic for humans. So they genetically modified the canola to reduce the uracic acid levels. Now it's got the FDA tick. I'm sorry, but you have to be cautious of that FDA tick. You've now got a genetically modified oil.
Number 1, margarine. First on our list is margarine. It is often considered a healthier alternative to butter, but it comes with serious drawbacks. While it doesn't contain cholesterol, it's packed with trans fats that are created during hydrogenation. These trans fats can increase bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and contribute to heart disease, diabetes, and other health problems.
Now, 100 years ago, the only 2 vegetable oils used were olive and coconut, because they're the only oils that are extracted from the flesh of the plant. And because they're extracted from the flesh of the plant, they could be easily extracted by women in their kitchens. And everyone used to get their polyunsaturated fats from just eating the nuts and the seeds. But about 100 years ago, they developed high-heat chemical equipment to extract the oil from the hard seed. So when they use heat to extract the oil, what's happening to these double bonds? Destroyed. So your sunflower oils, your safflower oils, your peanut oils, they've already been destroyed. And they're in clear bottles, plastic bottles. Now, they are dangerous oils. My suggestion is we get our oils from the coconut and the olive, and we get all our polyunsaturated fats by just eating the seeds and the nuts. That's the easiest way to do it. So what I wanted to show you was how margarine was made. Let's say they're going to make margarine out of this. They've got a problem. It's liquid. So how do they saturate it? Well, using nickel or aluminium as catalysts, they saturate it with hydrogen ions. Do you know what that means every tub of margarine has? Nickel or aluminium. And I think we all know what that does to the brain. So they saturate it with hydrogen ions, causing one of the hydrogen atoms under here to flip over to the other side. Now we've lost our double bond. This hydrogen atom's flipped over here. And now the oil is solid. That's what they want. Now it'll spread. Now that oil is totally destroyed. So when a person eats margarine and it goes into the body says, alien from out of space has just entered. Delete it as quickly as possible. The skin will do. Do you know that skin cancer rates have risen since people are eating margarine? And as I'll show you tomorrow night, they introduced margarine to reduce heart disease.
Margarine is also made from processed vegetable oils that lack essential nutrients. The manufacturing process often involves chemicals like hexane, bleachers, and deodorizers to improve appearance and taste. A healthier option is to choose natural fats rich in omega-3s and avoid margarine altogether. Number 2, packaged ground beef. Second on the list is ground beef, a common kitchen staple. Pre-packaged ground beef may look fine, but there's more happening behind the scenes. Some of it contains a filler known as pink slime, which is made from lower quality beef trimmings. These trimmings are treated with ammonia to kill bacteria before being mixed into the beef. While it may not be unsafe to eat, knowing this paste is blended into the meat can be unsettling. This filler is used to cut costs and extend the meat's shelf life, but it's not something most people expect when buying ground beef. Some labels don't even list it clearly, leaving you unaware of what you're actually consuming. And this is just the start. There's more information ahead that you'll want to know.
And he was asked to go to the Philippines because children were dying of liver cancer between 8 and 10 years of age. Liver cancer, now this is something that only usually gets in adults, and at that, alcoholics. And he found the common denominator was peanut butter. Every jar of peanut butter that he tested had aflatoxin. Now the mold that gives off aflatoxin is aspergillus. Aflatoxin is the most carcinogenic substance that has ever been tested. And these children that were dying of liver cancer, he found that the aflatoxin was in every jar of peanut butter. And yet what he was looking at is the poorer children were living and the wealthy children were dying, and the only difference was that diet.
Number 3, processed fruit juices. Most fruit juices on store shelves aren't as healthy as they appear. Instead of being made from fresh fruit, many are produced from concentrate, meaning the juice was dehydrated, stored, and then reconstituted with water. But that's only part of the story. Sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives are often added as well. This process strips away many of the juice's nutrients, leaving you with something far less beneficial than expected. In some cases, these juices contain little to no real fruit, relying instead on artificial flavors and colors to mimic the taste. On top of that, they're usually packed with added sugars, which can lead to serious health problems when consumed too frequently. It's far from what most people assume they're drinking. Number 4, instant ramen. Instant ramen may be cheap and convenient, but it's not doing your body any favors. The noodles are typically deep fried before packaging, adding unnecessary fat to your meal. Then there's the flavor packet, which is packed with sodium and artificial additives. Consuming too much sodium can lead to high blood pressure and even increase the risk of heart disease. Some chemicals in those packets have also been linked to more serious health concerns, including headaches and even cancer. On top of that, instant ramen lacks essential nutrients like fiber and protein, meaning it doesn't provide much real nourishment. It may be an easy option, but it's far from a healthy one. Number 5, packaged bread. Packaged bread is a common food, but its ingredients can be surprising. Many commercial breads contain L-cysteine, which comes from unexpected sources like human hair, duck feathers, cow horns, and pig bristles. A large portion of the human hair used for this is collected from salon floors in China, where it's processed into an amino acid that extends the bread's shelf life. The idea of eating bread with such ingredients can be unsettling. Even fast food chains use L-cysteine in their bread, making quick meals less appealing. To avoid this, choosing fresh bread from local bakeries is a better option since it's less likely to have these additives. Number 6, Spam. Spam might seem like just another canned meat, but knowing how it's made can change your view. It's made from pork shoulder and ham, which are ground up, mixed with additives, and then vacuum sealed for cooking. One of the biggest concerns is the amount of salt packed into each can. A standard 12-ounce can contains a staggering 4,620 milligallons of salt, far more than most people should eat. It also contains sodium nitrite, which preserves freshness but can form harmful compounds when heated. Spam can last for years, but that doesn't mean it's a good choice. Its long shelf life comes at a cost, one that might not be worth it. Number 7, breakfast cereals. Cereal is often seen as a quick breakfast option, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Many cereals are made through a process called extrusion, where grains are pushed through high heat and pressure. This process removes many of the natural nutrients, leaving behind a product that's low in nutrition but high in calories. On top of that, most cereals are packed with sugar and artificial flavors, which can contribute to weight gain, diabetes, and tooth decay. Some even contain artificial colors and preservatives, which have been linked to behavioral issues. It's far from the healthy breakfast people assume it to be. Number 8, chicken. Chicken is often considered a healthy choice, but the way it's processed might make you think twice. Since the 1970s, companies have been injecting chicken with salt water to increase its weight. This practice, called plumping, is legal but adds a surprising amount of hidden salt to meals. A single chicken breast can contain up to 500 milligrams of sodium just from this process. That's a significant amount, especially when considering daily sodium intake recommendations. This hidden sodium can raise blood pressure, increasing the risk of heart disease. It's not noticeable just by looking at the chicken, but if the label mentions enhanced or natural broth, chances are it contains more than just chicken. Number 9, commercial ice cream. Commercial ice cream is a popular treat, but it contains some unexpected ingredients that might make you think twice before grabbing a scoop. While it may seem like a simple blend of milk, sugar, and cream, many brands include stabilizers and emulsifiers to maintain a smooth texture and prevent ice crystals from forming. One commonly used thickener is carrageenan, which is derived from seaweed. Though it's generally considered safe, some research suggests it could contribute to digestive issues and inflammation in certain individuals. Additionally, artificial flavors and colors are often added to replicate the taste of real ingredients like vanilla and fruit. These synthetic additives have been linked to problems ranging from allergic reactions to behavioral changes in children. Instead of opting for store-bought ice cream loaded with these additives, consider making your own with fresh, whole ingredients. You can also look for brands that prioritize natural, minimally processed options for a safer and healthier alternative. But the most surprising part is still ahead. Keep watching. Number 10, farmed shrimp. Farmed shrimp is often chosen for its convenience, but the way it's produced raises serious concerns. Many shrimp farms are overcrowded and unsanitary, creating conditions where diseases can spread rapidly. To prevent mass die-offs, farmers frequently rely on large amounts of antibiotics, which contributes to the problem of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Additionally, these farms are often built in areas that were once mangrove forests, leading to environmental destruction and the loss of crucial ecosystems. Number 11, swordfish. Swordfish is one of the worst seafood choices due to its high mercury content. As a top predator, it feeds on smaller fish that have already absorbed mercury, causing the metal to accumulate in its body over time. This makes swordfish particularly risky for pregnant women and children, as mercury exposure can interfere with the development of the nervous system. A safer alternative is to choose smaller fish like sardines or mackerel. These fish are lower on the food chain, contain significantly less mercury, and are packed with omega-3s and other essential nutrients. Opting for smaller fish reduces mercury exposure while still providing all the health benefits of seafood. Number 12, non-dairy creamer. Non-dairy creamer might seem like a good substitute for milk or cream, but it contains ingredients that could be harmful. Many of these creamers have partially hydrogenated oils, which are trans fats. Even though trans fats have been mostly banned, small traces can still be found in these products. Trans fats are connected to heart disease and other serious health risks. Non-dairy creamers also tend to have a lot of added sugar, such as corn syrup solids, which can contribute to weight gain and insulin problems. On top of that, they often contain artificial flavors and colors, which some people may have negative reactions to. If you're adding non-dairy creamer to your coffee, you're introducing a mix of unnecessary additives that could impact your health over time. Number 13, fishy additives. Additives like sodium tripolyphosphate should be a concern for anyone who enjoys seafood. This chemical is often used to make fish appear firmer and shinier, misleading buyers into thinking they're getting better quality. However, the soaking process can cause fish to absorb excess water, affecting both texture and taste. An even bigger concern is that sodium tripolyphosphate may be a neurotoxin, which could pose serious health risks. Many people don't realize it's in their food, since it often isn't clearly listed on packaging. When ordering seafood, it's a good idea to ask if the scallops are dry. Being aware of what's in your food helps you make better choices. Number 14, canned mushrooms. The Food and Drug Administration has set limits on how many maggots and insect larvae are allowed in canned mushrooms. These tiny bugs can end up in the product because insects often lay eggs on mushrooms before they're processed. While the FDA claims these insects are harmless, the thought of opening a can of mushrooms and finding a wriggling surprise is enough to ruin anyone's appetite. To avoid this issue, it's best to opt for fresh mushrooms or brands with stricter quality control. Keeping your food clean is always a good idea. Number 15, artificial sweeteners. If you use artificial sweeteners to cut back on sugar, this is something to consider. Sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are created through complex chemical processes using synthetic ingredients. For instance, aspartame is made by combining 2 amino acids through a series of chemical reactions. While these sweeteners can be up to 600 times sweeter than sugar, their safety remains a topic of debate. Some studies suggest that frequent use may interfere with how the body regulates blood sugar, potentially increasing the risk of conditions like diabetes. There are also concerns about possible links to digestive issues, headaches, and even cancer. With so many unanswered questions about their long-term effects, it may be worth avoiding these artificial additives. The most exciting part of the video is coming up next. Number 16. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are a staple at picnics and sporting events, but their ingredients might make you reconsider. These sausages are typically made from leftover meat scraps, fat, and various additives, all blended into a smooth paste. The meat used can include different animal parts, such as muscles and organs, to create the familiar texture. The mixture is finely ground and then combined with water, salt, and preservatives before being stuffed into casings. These casings can be made from natural animal intestines or synthetic materials. With their high sodium content and potential nitrites, hot dogs come with some serious health concerns. Given what goes into them, skipping these processed meat snacks might be the better choice. Number 17, imitation crab meat. Imitation crab, also known as surimi, isn't what it seems. Instead of real crab, it's made from lower-cost fish like pollock or hake. The fish is ground into a paste and blended with fillers such as starch, sugar, and artificial crab flavoring. To mimic the look of real crab meat, food coloring is added. While it's a budget-friendly alternative, imitation crab doesn't offer the same nutritional value. It also contains added salt, which can increase your sodium intake. If you have a shellfish allergy, there's still a risk of reaction since it's often processed in the same facilities as real crab. Number 18, maraschino cherries. Those bright red cherries in desserts and drinks go through a surprising process before they reach your plate. First, they're soaked in a salty brine to remove their natural color, leaving them pale and flavorless. Next, they're submerged in a mixture of high fructose corn syrup and artificial dyes to give them their signature red hue and sugary taste. Finally, they are pitted and packed in syrup to maintain their glossy appearance. While they may look tempting, maraschino cherries lack the nutrients and taste of fresh cherries, making them far from a healthy choice. Number 19, chicken nuggets. Rather than being made from whole chicken breast, many nuggets are produced using mechanically separated chicken. This means the entire bird, bones included, is ground into a paste. To enhance the flavor, this mixture is treated with additives like salt and seasonings. Afterward, it's shaped, coated in batter, and fried until crispy. While this process makes use of parts of the chicken that might not typically be eaten, it can also include bits of bone and connective tissue. Some brands do use whole muscle meat, but checking the ingredient list is the best way to know what you're really getting. Number 20, the unseen bug dye. Cochineal extract, a coloring agent made from crushed female insects, has been used for centuries to give food and beverages a bright red hue. This insect-based dye, once favored by ancient civilizations such as the Aztecs, is still present in many products today. Though it is classified as natural, many people are uncomfortable with the idea of consuming ingredients derived from bugs. Beyond the unease, there's also a risk of allergic reactions, which has led to growing concerns. Due to consumer demand for alternatives, some companies, including Starbucks, have started phasing out cochineal from their products. While this dye has been used for generations, it's not something everyone wants in their food today. Which of these food processing methods surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.